Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. This is going to be NFL Week 8 preview and predictions. I'm going to be honest with you, though. This video probably won't be out before most of the games are done. I just wanted to get it out there so it'd be on record, so I keep track of my record, everything like that. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And also, if you want more content like this in the future, please subscribe down below. First up, we're going to go Texans versus the Colts. Colts are a 1-point favorite here, and the over-under is 46.5. The Colts have really dominated this series over the years, especially when they had Peyton Manning and even when they had Andrew Luck and even when the Texans got Deshaun Watson. So I think they'll continue to dominate this, even though Jacoby Brissett is there. In my opinion on that is, I think Jacoby Brissett is just as good as Andrew Luck, or just as effective, I would say. And not as talented, but as effective as Andrew Luck. So I'm going to take the Colts to win this game, actually, and I'm going to take them to win this game 31-27. I think it's a close game, so I'm taking the Colts -1 here, and that would put the over on the 46.5 points. So take the Colts -1 and over 46.5. Next up, we have Minnesota versus Detroit. Minnesota is a 2.5-point favorite on the road. I'm going to take Detroit to win this game for the simple fact Kirk Cousins has played well, but I don't know if he can versus an elite defense, and I think Detroit is an elite defense. So I'm going to take Detroit to win this game 28-23 in a close one. The over-under here is 43. I'm taking the over, and I'm taking Detroit +2.5. Next up, Baltimore versus Seattle. I think this is going to be a good football game. I think it's going to be a relatively low-scoring football game. Well, I take that back. I would say an average-scoring football game. I don't think either of these defenses are what they were in the past, and I like both of these quarterbacks. I'm going to take Seattle here, 31-26. So I'm taking Seattle -3 at home, and I'm taking the over of 49 points. Next up, we have New Orleans versus Chicago. Mitch Trubisky will be back. I don't expect much. I mean, he's better than Chase Daniel, but that doesn't take much. And the Saints are probably the best overall team in football right now. I think you're seeing, even without Drew Brees, they're just a well-oiled machine. They have a lot of talent all over the place. I'm going to take the Saints to win this game 21-17 in a low-scoring game. And I'm taking, 23-17. 23-17. I'm taking New Orleans +4, and I'm taking the over of 37 points. Next up, Philadelphia versus Dallas, Sunday Night Football. I'm taking Dallas to win this game. They're going to get back on track here. The Eagles don't have a very good secondary, but this is going to be a close game because of the rivalry. I just think they're going to get back on track. They need to hand the ball to Ezekiel Elliott even more. The guy's a stud. I don't know why they don't. They seem to get bored with doing that. Like I said, though, I'm going to take Dallas 24-20, and I'm taking the under on the 48.5 points. New England versus the Jets. The Patriots' offense has not looked good. It hasn't really looked good the past couple years. To me, it's an average offense with most of the time an okay defense. This year, it's a little bit different. I think it's an average offense with an elite defense. I think this is going to be a top 5 defense. I think it's been overhyped and overrated because of who they've played so far, especially the division they play in. You're going to get the Dolphins twice, and I think the Dolphins will go winless this year. I do not think they will win a football game. Maybe one. Maybe when they play the Bengals, that might be the battle of the worst team in the NFL. I'm going to take the Jets to cover here. I'm taking the Jets +9, and I'm taking the Patriots to win this game, though, 23-17. The over-under here is 43.5. I'm taking the under 43.5. I think both these teams know each other well. I think they always play a pretty hard-fought game, especially when the Jets have a good quarterback, and I think Sam Darnold a good enough quarterback to keep this a close game. But I'm taking the Patriots 23-17. I'm taking the under of 43.5, and I'm taking the Jets +9. We're going to run through these pretty quickly. The rest of the remaining games, Arizona versus the Giants, I'm taking Arizona. Just for the fact that I believe Kyler Murray at this point is better than Daniel Jones, and I believe Arizona has a better defense than the Giants' defense. Next up, Dolphins versus Bills. I just said the Dolphins have a chance to go winless. At most, they're getting one win. I'm taking the Bills. The Raiders versus Green Bay. I'm taking Green Bay. I expect Green Bay to play decent defense like they've done the whole year, and their offense is starting to get back on track. Rams versus Atlanta, I'm taking the Rams. Atlanta's a joke. Dan Quinn will be fired at the end of this season. San Francisco versus Washington, I'm taking San Francisco, but it's going to be closer than most people think. But I'm taking San Francisco. The Chargers versus Tennessee, I'm taking the Chargers. On the road, they need to win badly here to keep pace in the division. If they don't, They may finish last in that division, along with my Denver Broncos. One of those teams will probably finish last if they lose this game. And then the last game, Jacksonville versus Cincinnati. I'm taking Cincinnati to get their first win of the season. I expect them to win probably 2 to 3 games on the year. I don't think they're as bad as the Dolphins, but we'll have to see. Like I said, they play each other later in the year, and maybe that will determine who the number one pick in the NFL. I hope you liked this content. If you did, please hit that like button. And if you want more content like this in the future, please subscribe. Thank you.